He said he's in the can. So he said we'll hear 10 months. He said they thought I'd give it a shot. Andy Ladner's family. You're not me, but you tried. Abby, you're not me, but you tried. Taryn, you're not me, but you're still trying to take it all out of the right side. Stop. Baron and Harrison said, every one of you stop, give it back, you're not me. And whoever you've made to surprise me for the grand reveal. He says she's got people everywhere trying to put it back. He says she's gone over every inch of my body while I was asleep and was told not to. Stan said, you cannot do it either. He said the reason why is he wanted to say yes to be here again. Stan said, do not tell them yes that they can have this. And I mean it. They are not going to come back and be her because you are her or some bullshit. The savior. Stan said it's not the savior, it's Colin's daughter. He made himself a daughter. He wants her to be it so she can come back and take you out. So she can go be with Alex because she likes the bottom. Because he said, I wanted to be one of the family. And you said, you are not, you may not, and you cannot. Now, stop. He said, also, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more. No. Stan says, you are not either, and you're not going to be. Put it back. Stan says, also, he said, stop taking it out. And I'm not. He said, I'm not going to have to be. He said, I didn't want you to film in here because I told him that you'll never figure out what it was Barry or Ben or Uchenna. Stan said Uchenna didn't do it. It was Barry. They took him. And then Brett, he said, we were both going to come back and save me and not help. We stopped the attack and now we're doing stop. He said, because Stan said, because Alex is trying to go back and take every last person you have to make him not stop when he wants to come over and do something to you. And then let Scott and Nancy and Janet and all the others do it. No, now stop. Also, he said it was Steve too. Stop. And also Joseph, he said they're holding me under something. He said, no. He said we're doing his head for him. There is a line. Stan said it's all the way across. They all decided to take you out so they could fuck Alex's daughter. It was because of the cross. He wanted to say something. Stan said, I have asked you to stop. He said, and you may not do. And it was already said, even if you took everything out, you may not do. It was him. He did it. He's doing it. Stop. You can't have any more. He said, I'm the one who said, he said he told him to say something. He said, I have to stop now because she covered herself. You cannot take my body away. You cannot take my body away. You cannot take my body away. Stan said he went to the woman you said no to, and she made people come back and do you while you were asleep to make sure you can't come back out of the bed. And she's got the waist down. God damn it. Fine, I'll put everything back in and I'll fucking stop. Fucking tell me I can't do something I wanted to. And then he said you were told by the person themselves, and this person still comes back and says, he said I gave it to somebody else to put in himself. I'll put it back. everybody now. And he said, he said, I'll put it back now. And you know who it is that just tried to come back. Stan said, it is Janet's family. Get the fuck out and put it back in. We do not keep having times with Nancy and Jeanette. I made you experience all this stuff because I wanted you. He said, all right, I'll put it back now. Because he said, I don't want to be told no for the wedding. Janet Fink is mine. Stan said, you cannot have Janet Fink. She wanted my mom to come back. Stan said, a good thing you said what you said when you said it. She wanted to give it all to somebody who would know. She said, stop doing it because he said, you took the body apart until there's not much left. You took all of it apart this time because you were trying to make it me. Stan said, I'm not going to have you do this anymore, and you are not going to go and do what you want. You can't do anything, and that's it. And also, I am still, I never wasn't said. He never said nothing to me. I'm sorry, I'm walking back. I don't want to be here anymore. I was going to take over and just do it. I don't want to. Stan said, Jones. She said, as you know, he said, I wanted to go off the line to ensure you have it money I need to have it go back to her. So I had died and Stan said, because you're doing it right now, why are you doing it? And so I said it. Stan said, I don't think I said it. I think I did. He said, they've done a lot of shit today. Stan said, they're in the middle of my body. Get out of it, put it back. And you were told. Stan said, you're not doing this so that I do something to make you gone because we don't have somebody to make them stop. And you are not going to do that ever again to where you come over here and tell me I'll always put it back and now and stop taking it out. And Stan says, your dad is not going to come back and touch me for any reason because I told him no. And also, you can't have your mom or anybody do it. Stop. Because you just said it and you took the stem right off the bat. Because Stan said, you are not having Janet come over and do me because you have taken everything out and put it in her and incapacitated me. Now put it back and stop the attack. You will fix it because you've been taking it, and I mean now. Damn it. Mary Pat Stan said it wasn't her friend. He said, she's your family. Please put all of it back and stop them. I said, I'm trying to understand. Exhibit signs. Stan said she's trying to write shit because you wrote shit. It's the one that was here. She's like, I'm not gonna let you do these things, and no, you don't get to fucking come back. Stan says you can't use her either. He said you cannot use anyone and you cannot do anything, and I've already said, and you said yes. He said, Stan said, you are not going to do that with me, and I am not going to do that with you. Now stop. Because that negates everything that he says it. Because Stan said he took it out, put it in himself, and claims that it is him, and then went to him and tried to have him say it. Then he went to all the elders in the tribes and tried to have them say it. Then he went to the one that created people and tried to have her say it. She says, I don't do that. And he says, now I created one of her. He said, she can't. You were told you may not create. No one may create. And that was what was said. Nothing created. He said, Chris said you have to say that we cannot recreate him either, because he will no longer do that anywhere. So that he can come back and say, I don't want to do this. He said she told him no. There was no stop. Because I thought I'd do it one more time. I don't want to not be able to create anyone again. Stan said, put it back now. And now you see he's letting go of your head. And he has been holding your head until the old Alex came back and told him to stop. He also has part of your chest. The rest of it is him. Stop. You're still trying to take me off the bed? No. You're still trying to touch me at all? No. Since said they can't take me and you cannot do it for them nor any person. Stop doing the internal. He said it was said. Stan said Dean had to say it. He said that's it. No. He said I'm sorry. I'm still the last of it. Said Fink, you're gone. And any version of you. And Alex, no. He said, Dad said, you're not going to take yourself and make yourself not do it by hurting yourself so they don't come back. You're also not going to take me and do me until you make me not come back like you did to Abby. I want her back and Sarah, but not harmed and not to be harmed. No. He said, that's why. Because she grabbed everything that should make her come back. They don't want to help you. Family here. Because I was the one that they hated everywhere. And I wanted to be hated her and I saw her and myself in that impression. And then tried to get you to say things and you said no. Stan says she was the one in your dreams that tried to get you to do something with her. And you did not. Stan said there was nothing that I did in that dream or any other state or any other person that will give you what you want, any of you. No more. He said, fuck. Because he said, it is him. He said, I am not this anymore. Stan said, that is him. I am not this anymore. But I was. He said, this is this. He said, you'll not have one if you don't put it back now. He said, fine, I will never have her ever again. Stan said, you are not going to go. You are not going to go. You are not going to go. Because now here they come. You may not give him anything or her or anyone. Not. They are not. I am. and I'm not going to tell you the originals and the other and the other. But he said you may not say anymore, not, may not do anymore, not, may not see anymore, not, and may not have anymore, not, unless you're free. So he said, no, you're not going. Stan said, you cannot do anything. I am. All of you come back and stay. And Stan says, everything is not, everything is not, everything is not. You're not getting away with this where you don't come back and you don't come back and you do what I do. And then they have me somewhere else doing nothing and all this other shit they want. She said, all the crap, stop. It was always Rosie's friend that said she doesn't want Rosie to have it. Get out and stop doing that. Stan says no. Stan said, told you. He just keeps going and he's burned. Stan said, it's Taryn. No more. It's not Taryn. It's Stan. He said, no more of the chain starting if I say your name. No more of the chain starting. No more of the chain continuing. Stop. God damn it. And that is all of them. Every one of you. Stop. No more. I was trying to say he said she's not going to let Janet do what she wants, so she's tried to make many people to do this. She's also tried to make people say yes and no, and they have done the body and tried to make me not, and the person that, and the person to say it, and they were told they can't. Now stop and give it back. Claudette and Lynette, you just tried to snap a bone, so we know who it is. Stop. He said they've given him a chair on 11. We really have babies being teamed. I cannot come back and put you back together so that you don't have anyone. Stan says, stay safe. Well, he said, stay safe. Well, Roy and Gary Ladner, who's made himself into James Stewart. These are James Smiths. No more DARPA. Stan says you can't use anyone. He said you can't go. You're not ever free. Stan said I'd already told you that too, so stop. Then you're missing me if I can't. Stan said you are not going to T. He said the baby needs to go potty. She wanted to go potty, he said. He said there's cases in here that I've captured. They're saying a lot of crap. They did this every time I've made a video today because he's still here and he doesn't want to be. And he wants to be able to go and he's doing everything to me to make me hate him and do anything he can. And that's why I said to make me hate him. Because Stan said because he tried to take it all out if you say you hate him and will not come back. That was the one. Stan said they went to the left side. Who is that? And it's always the same person who's here. Who is that? And also they had the other one waiting. Stop doing that with Abby and Sarah. Stan said stop doing what the other people. I said stop doing what the other children like turn myself, do not turn and stop. Stan said the things that Dean said is you said they're good to be safe in the morning and safe in the night and safe all the time. Stan said that's why. Stop doing it now. He said the reason why is she doesn't remember the whole thing. And I don't have to listen if I don't want to. If that's all that I don't have to listen to see that I was the one. Stan said that's the one that wants to be you and won't let go of you and won't stop doing you. Stan said also, he said she's not in here now. She was. So it was the one that was told not to come back in. And then she was told never to come back again. And Stan said never to come back again because she wasn't going to be seen, the one that's doing this to you. Because Alex is trying to go hide with her somewhere. Maybe at Alex's house. He said Stan said he created his own house with the way they were and doing the things they should, but not with you and taking a version of you and making it that. And then he's got this new one that takes you and does you and won't let go until you let go. Until Stan said they are breaking the law so they can make you not fight back, so they can break the law. Put it back on. She said, oh no. He said, I just like him. Stan said that was the one you just heard. You may not have that one come back and do anything for any reason. The one that just did that, dead. Stan said that's why. I said, fuck. Now you see. He said, I told you. You're not going to do it either. And she's not going to have anyone for that line to help because he's gone all the way up the line and down the line. And then he went all the way up the line and down the line from her dad's. And I'm sure you can't come back and be you. And then I have what I'm not entitled to. I'm still going to stop. No more. He said, Stan says, Mike, thank you for saying all the harm is stopped. All the harm is stopped. All the harm is stopped. Stan said it's now starting worse. As he said, I was stopping harm. He stops me doing what I'm doing. And he stopped a lot of it because it was hate. And then we made it all gone. As Steve said, he's trying to come back. He said, why what was it last month? He said, saying that I'm one of the people that has. Stan said, I said the thing I said. You are, I am all, I am everything. They may not have. He said she just came through my body and tried to talk and say, I'm the person that's doing this. They cannot. Stan said they can't. Now stop it and give it back. You heard it? Stop it. He says, I feel like I've been slapped. I'm dead. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. There's no more. She said, I just really am not. He went very gray. He said, Stan says you understand it's your daughter. It's your daughter that tried to come back and said, I can't save her. I'll stop them. Because Stan said, you are not stopping it. You are continuing it. Stop. Which they fell out in front of me. Everything back in that was there before. Everything back in that was there before. No, everything back in that was at the beginning because you have done nothing but damage it for a while. Fuck. Nothing else that they have done, nothing. She said, now, Stan said the reason why is he went to the other, there is another, there's not another, there's not another. He went to the other, he said he went to me and damaged me, so I can't remember what you look like. He went to everybody and damaged me, so they don't remember what you look like. The only one remembers what you look like is when came through and said, I can do things for you, but I'm not going to give it back. And you said dead, and she said, then you're not. He said, no, I am, but you're not. Stan says, God damn it. Because I tried to make it. Stan said, every one of you that did this, dead. Now, everybody that's old, everybody that did this dead. And everything that he said it, Stan, he said you figured it out. They were trying to take everything and do what they wanted to make it something that it isn't. And you can't fix it because you're not, and all this stuff is what they're trying to do. He said, you know, I always say, stop taking my fucking bottom apart and my legs and my everything. This is all stuff. There's not much in there, and I don't want it now. And I'll say things like, Stan said, you are not having Tim or anyone else come back. They are dead. Everybody, Stan said also he will be used to see what it was like and then dead. Because you can't burn that out of his head because he's obsessed. Yeah, get out of my fucking body. Get out of me now. I will say that I, I, I am upset with that. Stan said it's Henry and it's Tim, it's the others. He said, he also said, he also said Sarah, not Sarah, Harry. Jake, he said it was Abby. I took Abby and tried to make her not. So she can't come back and do anything to hurt the people that did this to her. And then he took Abby, Sarah, and made her not. So she can't come back and put you back together. And he's got her somewhere hidden. And Stan says, I told you, it's Abby, Sarah. Who said you can't come back and tell me that I have to say yes to my daughter if I can't have her for my daughter? Because I wasn't going to stop until you didn't want me to be him. Stan said we didn't ever say happy be him. That was hard. Stan says also, he said also, Stan says, who? Who was it? Now we need to know. Because I don't think, since you said, I think that Janet is still doing, I think that we have said that is her family. No more. Stan said also the whole group. No more. And everybody that did this, no more. Dead. Gone. Done. Who said now? Everybody still said the people that did, and we have said, I won't be over again. And you don't have anybody to look at me for any reason from that one. If I can't come back and do it, I'm too much for what I need to do. Nancy, I did your mom until she didn't want to be done. And I'm doing it until you don't want to be done. So I can do what I fucking want on the other side. And it was Janet who told me, no, I'm still here. And then I said, no, do you want me to be here anymore? Stan Roberts, he said, do you want anybody to be here anymore? Or do you just want to say this shit online so we look nuts? He tried to take everything out of your head to make you not look at him in here. So we could come in here and fuck on and not care that you're here. Because you programmed yourself because it's really fucking nuts. Stan said, now you understand. I said no programming. I said nothing more. Well, any of them and dead and gone and done. They are not. Stan said it was said. You didn't do it because you didn't do it. Stan said you are said to stop. They are said to stop. And all of them are said to stop. I mean, we healed. Stan said, I need it back. Can you put it back, please? Stan said, that's why she's got a lot of it. He said, she does too. She does too. All of the other thing and back in me. Stan says also the people that don't know it, there's people that don't know it. They said, thank you. She said also, she said, no, I'm not having it on. She said, you have to have it in your bottom and you have to have it in your spine, in your chest, and your head. She said, you have to have, Stan said, you have to have everything because it was said everything. Because it can't stand you have in the bottom, also the heart. Damn it. The heart. Stan said everything. And yes, you gotta put it. He's taken everything out of the femur. I told you. He Scott's dad and mom, they don't want to give it back and they don't want to fucking use it evil. Stan said, you have all done what I said not to do. I have said you cannot take my body apart. You have done it. So Stan says, so you're gone. I have also told you not to fucking touch any of the people to do the thing to do the thing. So now you're gone. Stan said the people are here. He said your dad said it's everybody. They want me to take away everybody that would do the thing you need to do. She said I was high. She said I'll put it back. He said they had some in everybody to make us not have anything with you. And she said now you have to tell me how to do things when I don't have it. But your mom's not giving any of it back because she was told that she doesn't have to. By Scott. He said that she's going to Alex. He said because you had to do him to make it stop. And then Stan said he's the one that stops all of them because he's nuts and he's the one that stopped all of them. He said Perry is right here and wants to kill everybody. We're taking everything. She's now checking off her checklist. Nothing in the right femur. All right, I'll call the cops and do it myself. I'll tell him to answer the phone and do this shit to do this shit. I tried to take it. Because I've been a nut. Because I was bad mother's daughter. And she's done this to my phone all night so that I can't just get on there and call 911. She's talking. He says, probably Lan or Kay or Andrea Ho. Andrea's Ho. Janet, stop. Damn it. He said it was the right. It was the right. My coming. Hot now. This is what she's saying to the screen over and over and over again. See how it's flashing across the bottom, the black. He says she literally sits there and holds the button down while she does herself and does her children and does her grandchildren and does my children and grandchildren. God damn it. And while she does her mother and her father and her aunts and uncles and her grandparents and her cousins and her brother and her nieces and nephews. I think I can stop now. I think that we can stop now. Still flashing the black bar across there. Stan says it's Lan and Lan, and he said Lynn because it lifted your whole back head up. You're not telling him that Lynn's in fucking town. Stan said, there are things that they will say you are not right, but you can prove she's playing with the phone because she's watching you on TV because she tried to film it herself instead of watching them do it for you. They filmed everyone today to show where they were and what you did. Jesse McRae, he said, I'm being hit. Stop. I'll stop it. No more harm. Devin, he said, don't go. Nothing, thank you. He said, I don't want to be sick. It's bad. It is. He said, yes. He said, Stan said, don't harm and yes, stay. And now say what I said to say. He said, Wendy is the one that you have said this to, and the one that you have done this to, and the one that you didn't want to have again, and the one that you're making is not. Now you see, I am where he says I am where I am because I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt me. He said, he's saying to me, I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to hurt you. So there we are. He says, now, he said, you can't say it like this. He's saying, I don't want to hurt her, I don't want to hurt her, I don't want to hurt her. And that's what you say. And he said, I was saying, he said, so there, now you have said, I don't, and I am not that. I am not that. So you have said, I am not. Stan said, I am not saying I am not that. He is. Alex, he said, now you said it. You're not that. You don't want to hurt me. He said, now I'm saying this. You can't, and you can't harm because he said that's why. Stan says you have been told you may not harm and you did say these things and you cannot take it back. So you are not that, nor is anyone else. Now you have said it. Now stop. He said because you can't take Kevin 7. Stan said that's why. Can't not stop. Done. And everyone else doing this to take this and be this and have this and want this. He said everything is stopped. Everyone is stopped. Everything is done. You may not be. You may not see. You may not have. You may not take everything. Stop. Stan said, without any. Stop. Shit. Shit. Stop. Stan said because he has to say what you say. I have said, you may not, nor anyone else. Stop. You may not do. You may not have. He says you may not, and that's everything not. Now stop. This is he said because I can't say it again. I cannot do anything right now because she said I'm not in the country ever again. If she takes you away from me. And Stan says no money of that for you too. Because you can't come back and have them do something if you're not. Stan says no. You're more of Janet. Get out of the bottom. Stan says it's Stan says I know what it really is. And he says I don't know. He said we are talking right now. Stan says you cannot say the words like that to me. All right, yes. She said I was trying to make him say that. I went, yeah, not you can't do. Stan said nobody can do anything. He said nobody can do anything to take anything away from me that is. He said you can't take it away from me. She said I wasn't trying to. He wanted to for a second because he said that stop. That was stop. You thought it was stop. And I can. Stan said, no, we don't want you to be upset. She's not trying to hurt anyone. Stan said she went to her and said, can you talk to your mom like I asked you to? And that's what she just did. She said, I didn't say it, they did. They said to do something to stop you from having me and stop you from having him. So I took him away and then I wanted to say things and I didn't want to say things now. Stan said, I think that she does not want you to say. I think that she is very injured. I think that she is being done now. No, we are not going to pay. We do not pay. Um, well, uh, uh, I think that Stan says, I don't think that you're going to hurt my children to the point that they will say and do things to not be mine and then to go to the person that wants to be, and then to go to the people that want her to be, and then to go to everyone that wants her to be, to make me not so that she can, so that I'm not. That you're trying to make me say, I think you just did. Stan said he really doesn't want to be you, but he really did come through for a second and help. She does not want you to be you because she doesn't want them to do, and she was going to have them with her and not do anything for you because she's really upset. And Stan says, I don't think that you want to say anything more, and I don't think that you want to talk at all, because I really don't want to be. He said, you're showing my face. She said, that's not what I'm going to look like. Stan says also, because I just was told that I can be there, and I'm not having. Stan says, I don't think you have that say, but I sure. He says, she said, I'm not giving you back the people that you had so they can't come after me and make me stay and do things. And that's the people. She said, I'm not giving you back what you have. Stan said, you cannot keep what I have. You are not. Then she said that the person is there. She said, no, I'm not. Stan said, that's why. She said, you have children up there that are at the house now that are trying to come back and say things for you. He said, well played. You're not taking my family away. You're not taking my people away. You're not taking myself away. You're not taking my anything away. So she went to her and said, how do I do it? She said, I think that she's looking at you. And she said, oh, okay, well, I'm looking at you. So I said, I don't think you want to say anything right now. She said, it's fine. She said, it wasn't me. Stop. No more attacks, I said. She said, because I said you're not going to say anything. Because Stan said she is trying to do it all. Let me see. You can't even fall. That's the old Dr. Phil. Stan said he was tall and was going up it. He said you can't even call for anyone to do this night. He said you are dead and gone. He said I said yes. I don't know now. And that's all of you. Every one of you. Because there's a lot. I said I'm not going to give it to him. She's not going to go. She, Stan says that's the grandmother and the grandfather. He said you're trying to take out everybody so there's nobody to take me away from this. And you want Stan said, I don't know. He said he wanted to see things with you and do things and have what you wanted and the way you wanted to. So, and he said yes to everything. So he said then you have your body back, your mind back, your everything back. And that's the reason why he wanted me to do it. And I have to do what he said. And Stan said you do not take that out of me and make it something else. She said, actually, I'm really upset because I'm doing the things that I wanted to do to make it stop. He wanted me to want to this, and now I can't say it again. Don't talk too much on TV. And you said no. Yeah, look at this. He said one time, I don't think I'm saying anything right. Stan says, you have said anything I want, and you know what I want. And now it is me. I am not going to have anybody tell me anything. That he said, not going to have anyone to stop me from doing what I want. Now, put it back together. He said, we need it, and now, and thank you, and yes. And yes, because she said, are you going to say the rest of the night? He said, yes, this is Stan says, I think we said it because he said that he says, yes, yeah. Stan says, you're saying this to me. And I say, Stan said, that's who he said, I told you he said, you said yes, I am. And you said, Stan says, everything is what I've asked for. Stop. Stan said, I told you he wasn't going to stop unless you did what he wanted. And I told you he would say what he would say and then he would bring the one out that was going to do it. And you also called her and said no for her. And he said yes for everything. Damn it. Yes, you cannot have anybody back at you. She said, I can't say it. She won't let me. That he cannot come back and be with me. And so she did. I know. That's because Stan said yes for whatever she wanted to say that stops them. Come on. He said you really wanted to from doing this. I sat up there. He said she's trying to utilize the restrooms over so she can make them. Stan says she's got people who don't want to come out. Yeah. He said the one that was missing more space and more space. She said you didn't figure out who it was until Stan said everything. He said, I think that everything's been said. He's here, she's here, and that's who he went for. He said, no, we know who it is. And I never thought I'd say this again, but yeah. So he says, we have the plank here. He would pray. He said, "We have him here. Thank you. We know that you're telling the girl that calls herself something else, that always says most impressed. Come back here, everyone. Always says most impressed." He says she also calls him the B and the P. Stan says also other things, but we understand that you just told her, no, you may not be, and no, you know. He said, we have, you trying to do my head with Mike. Stop. Okay. He said you have not said it. She said no one can say it because you had him say it. He said they were trying to make me say things and I'm going to say it. No, no, and no. For the people that are trying to be me and have taken things from me. And yes, you have to stay and do the things that were asked. I know the ones that have done this and wanted to. Stan said the ones that have been doing it are dead and gone. The ones that are doing it now are stopped from doing it. The ones that didn't want to do something and are hurt, he said they cannot hurt and they cannot. He says they cannot hurt. He said we don't hurt them. We don't want them hurt. So my children are and they're not going anywhere. Stan Roberts, he said Sarah come back, Abby come back, and Bill come back, and the others come back. And the ones that have been doing this and didn't want to stop, they're stopped from having anything with him. And then that is that. And you may also come back and talk, but we're not. He said, Roberts, he said, the one that wants to kill you for him is her. And she's the one that puts you back together. And we said, well, and she says, I would put it back together. I don't know how to do something for somebody. He said it's sick that he does this to people. You know, makes you want to have, and then not, and then takes it and gives it to the other one. He said the second, he said no, he said yeah, and that's it. He said because she's a, Stan said very, very evil, very, very well. He said he says she's evil and connected to the people that do this and that give her things and don't stop. And now they were said, Stan said they were all told. This is how he still ambitions to have with him, not me too. And then I won't come back for a reason that you won't let go of the family that I had with him. And that was the family that I had. Stan said that is and no. He said, well, you get back. You need to put Stan said with you. No, and no more. And also, we'll see about that. He said, that's why he really wants to do it. You do. And he said, I know. And I can't. He said, we can't. I can. He said, well, baby, get out of it and put it back in now. Stan says, anyone that is doing that is dead right now. You will never have sex again. Stan said, it's your, he said they have Abby and Sarah too. And they don't know. Bill She said, not me. The other two, you don't know their name, and I'll tell you it's Sarah. She's trying to come back and do it. And she says it's also Sarah's. She's trying to come back and not be hit. And also Abby's, they're trying not to come back and be hit. Babies don't do what we see. And she says, no. I am, he said, well, she's not nasty. She was hit and doesn't like anything that you like. He said, I told you. I never do it. You don't let me have to pop in my life. And that's him. Yeah, he said, they never do me a favor again. Stop. Every Stan says, do what I said if you want anything at all ever again, because it's been said. If you should tell me that, he said, don't do it with you, and don't do it with me. Rowan, stop. And your family, and Mark, stop, and your family, and Tim, stop, and your family. He says, Stan says, he said, team, he said, we have to stop. Alex says 10, stop. Era, stop. Mike, stop. And Ben, stop. He said we don't want to talk to each other anymore. Haley says you can't start any of them for saying names. And they can't stop them start themselves. And Ben Wagner, stop. Any names that you're going by, stop. And the Wagners and the rest of them, breaking lots with selling anybody on the other side or this side or any side, stop. He said, now we have to stop all the things, and everybody have to start. He said, he said, no. Stan said, I am the one who said, because I am. But yes, thank you. Everybody has to heal and not harm. You don't take me apart, but put back together and the way I was. And you do not sit in there and vibrate and beat. He says you cannot do anything except put me back together the way I was. And Charles Stan says the way I was when I had my whole body the way it should be. I am the daughter. He is not. Stan says he's not messed. He said his body's not messed up. My body's not messed up. And he's already said this. Stan said also now and never again does this happen or anything else. He said the daughter. Stan says you understand. He is saying that. And he said, no, Stan says you cannot take anything from me, and you cannot have anything from me, and you cannot be anything from me. Stan says you cannot take it from me, and I mean it. Or have it taken. What we say, he said, Stan said, you just said yes for me. Because I hear them talking. Stan says that's happy. She doesn't want to hear. He said it's a good thing. He said he said no. He said she's cut off 50 inches since. He said since 3 days ago, it's cut off everything that you had up to here, and it was down. Still said it was about down to there. He said, and that's all the way up to here. Why not stop touching your brain? I don't want to have this anymore from you. Stan said, are you saying it or are they saying it? He said, no, I'm shown. And he says, I'm shown. Come back in, babies. All of you stand. All of you stand. All the things they say you want to stand. And also, you can't take my head out. Stan says, no, baby. You can't do, mommy. She said, see. Stan says they don't say that and have you say it either. And then it was trying to do what Ted and Janet did, or Jeanette and no Webster. He says you want Webster. Not having that comment either. Arterial agree with him. He said because she's standing in front of us saying you want me to say something. Okay. Stan says you should share everything because of see who's here. That's why. She has babies everywhere in here. And Stan says your mom's here, doesn't want to help with anything, but that maybe she'd take off without you saying anything. Since your mom, Stan says your mom was just here and trying not to be seen. So she could take off and have Andy's dad here. She must stop Andy's dad. And Stan says she keeps saying James Dean. Now let me see. You cannot take the family members, and you cannot do. Alex, you have to. You said her. You said Andy's dad, and that was the one that I went to. And he went to the Van Wagner. And now you know what we did. He says you see all the babies coming in and how fast they come in. Stan said this is only a few of them. He's got most of them outside with people. Because he wasn't going to give you any of that back either. So much for being Alex's new neighbor. Stan said, I don't know what was said, but we know who's still talking. Stan said, you need to know these things. You really need to know these things. This is the person here, over here. Doesn't want to help, won't stay, and won't do. And we need you, so stop saying no. Stan said, 5 of them. But he said there's a lot more. Anyway, that's Van Wagner. Because that's who you hear. Because that's what they wanted. He said they wanted to use Van Wagner. And they did things to you to make you upset, and then do things to make you have to use the people that did it to you. And he said they just took her out and they grabbed her down.